Good morning, everyone, and welcome to today's morning report with me, Richard Perry, market analyst at Hantech Markets, for Wednesday, the 19th of February. The sentiment overnight was fairly mixed. It came on the back of a fairly drab close on the US markets. The housing data, which was a housing index, came in lower than expected yesterday and sort of pulled markets a bit down. You also had overnight the sentiment dampened somewhat by the decision by the People's Bank of China to drain $8 billion of liquidity out of the economy as well. So that didn't help Asian markets either, and neither did a strong yen, which pulled the Nikkei down as well. So had a fairly uninspiring handover to the European trading session. The European markets are fairly flat to slightly higher. There's nothing major to go on quite yet, and the euro also is fairly flat as well, so not a huge amount of drive yet in these markets. The big thing that investors will be looking out for today will be these the meeting minutes for the Bank of England and the Fed. Bank of England is out at 9:30, then you've got the Fed this evening at 7 o'clock GMT. Investors will certainly be looking for further update on the change in forward guidance that both banks had to engage due to the sharp improvement in their criteria, certainly unemployment pulling for the UK straight back towards that 7%, not far off it now. 7.1%. You've seen this big decline in the last few months, which meant that Mark Carney had to update his forward guidance and completely now ignore unemployment and look elsewhere for his indicators of whether they should start raising interest rates or not. Basically that at 9:30 we're going to get more information about their meetings and how the members were voting on that. So that will be very interesting indeed, and that could have certainly a bearing on cable today. Into this evening, obviously, with the Fed meeting minutes as well, so that could be an interesting play today on cable. I've left this chart up again because unemployment actually for the UK is announced at 9:30 as well, so that will be also an interesting number for us to look out for. But into this afternoon, following on from that housing market index that was disappointing for the US yesterday, you've also got the housing starts and also the building permits as well. So investors will be looking for any sign that there's a possible topping out or rolling over of these indicators on the house market in the States. That's this afternoon, and that certainly could have an impact today. The chart of the day that I've gone for is Euro Yen. I think Euro Yen is a very interesting chart purely because it's now broken out of this big downtrend that we've seen here, and we've talked on dollar yen so often about this the big resistance line. 102.83 is the equivalent on dollar yen. Now 140.50 pretty much was the equivalent on this euro yen chart. Now that has been broken. That has been broken today, and 140.30 has been broken yesterday, and the outlook is significantly improved by that. You've got these technical indicators all turning up now, beginning to improve, and also this on this euro yen chart, this 21-day moving average, which had for so long through January and into February been the basis of resistance, has now been decidedly broken. And I think we're looking possibly now to the upside. Certainly, I think a confirmation of that improvement in the chart would be 141.25, break above that reaction high there from the 29th of January. And if it can move above there, I think that would suggest that there's further upside to be seen. If you look on the intraday chart, you'll see this band of support between 140 and 140.30. I think that is a decent area of support, and on this intraday chart you've got these momentum indicators. I mean, this MACD is fairly nicely housed up above the zero neutral line, so that suggests a bullish configuration, and with all these moving averages as well rising, it would suggest that corrections are going to be bought into, and certainly if there is a buy signal around that 140.00 to 140.30 level, I think that would be a decent entry point for a long position, as I think this one is now positioning itself for a move higher. Anyway, that's Euro Yen, and I wish you good luck with your trading today, and I will speak to you later. Thank you.